seems like the music doesn't want to happen for us. There's something going on.
That's about where I am.
Oh, here we go. Oh,
That's where I'm supposed to be.
okay, so we're going to begin standing at the top of your mat. So that's coming to the front of your mat. With the toes and heels touching. And then you'll bring your hands to your heart center. And move your drishti, or your gaze point, to the tips of your middle fingers. Just dropping your awareness down the nose, the tips of the middle fingers. And then close your eyes and drop your awareness inward. And just start to tune into your body. I want you to feel the sense of connecting to the earth through the soles of the feet, maybe spreading your toes out, finding the 4 points of the foot, connecting with the earth, the knuckle of big toe, knuckle of baby toe, other edge of the heel. And start to stack your joints. You'll take your knees and place them on top of your ankles, your hips on top of your knees. Gently tucking the tailbone down towards the earth and drawing belly button in and up. Feel the chest rising slightly as the shoulders slide down the back. Neck is long. And move into your breath, finding and connecting with Ujjayi, feeling the breath moving through this shape. So maybe each inhale starts at the soles of the feet, and you can feel it rising upwards in the body, expanding in the upper chest. As you exhale, you can feel the sense of the breath moving downwards, flowing into the earth through the soles of the feet. This inhale rises, drawing the energy and awareness upwards. Exhale flows down. And again, we start to tune into the breath in such a way that it becomes the guru or the guide through our practice today. So you're tuning into that, and you're starting to allow everything else from the sensory world or the external world to go away, and just the breath and the sensation of the breath moving through the body, sensation of your body, just tapping into that. Maybe imagining every cell in the body breathing in, and every cell in the body exhaling. 2 more breaths like this. After your second exhale, allow your next inhale breath to circle sweep the arms out to the side, reaching them all the way up to the ceiling. Tadasana, we stretch up out of the spine, reaching, see if you can press your feet down, growing taller. Find a big inhale breath here, and as you exhale, squeeze your belly to your spine and find a forward fold. Come all the way down to the earth. At the end of this exhale, you'll draw your face towards your shins, the top of the head towards the earth, squeezing belly in and up. And then inhale, halfway lift. Fingers will come to shins or the floor, and you're going to draw your sternum forward, lengthening through the crown of the head. Gaze is forward. Exhale, fold. Press the feet into the mat. Let's inhale, rise all the way up again. Reach up for the sky. Again, just connecting to the breath. Exhale, fold. Come all the way down. Squeeze the belly in. Lengthen. Inhale's your halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Plant your hands and exhale, step back to a high plank position. So a high plank is top of a push-up. You're pressing the floor away. You want to feel the hands spread out, knuckles of the fingers pressing into the earth. From the heels all the way to the top of the head, one straight line. So hips will come down just a little bit. Start to activate your quadriceps. Imagine that your mat is on fire and you're pushing the mat away from you, creating more space between your chest and the floor. And with an inhale breath, let's shift forward onto tippy toes. Bring your knees to the mat with your exhale and lower all the way to the floor. Elbows bending close to your sides. Inhale is going to be a low cobra, picking your chest up, lifting your heart. Gaze will shift up too. Exhale, come back down to the mat. To press the hands into the floor. Inhale, rise up just a little bit more. Maybe even straightening the arms if that feels good at this point. Keeping legs connected to the earth into a high cobra. Exhale, come all the way back down to the mat. One more time. Inhale, press the floor away, lift all the way up. And this time, see if you can straighten your arms, press your feet into the floor, and lift your thighs up off the mat into an upward facing dog. Shoulder blades drop down, the back chest lifts, gaze lifts. Look up, take an inhale. Exhale, flow back to down dog, hips up and back. 3 breaths here. Spread your fingers out. Knuckles of the fingers pressing into the earth. So this is without looking at your hands. So look back at your feet, the space between your feet, but feel the knuckle of the pointer finger on the mat and feel the connection to the earth from the knuckle of the pointer finger all the way to the tip. Spread the fingers out a little bit more. Slide the shoulders away from your ears, chin slightly tucking. And then as you breathe, the inhale is flowing up the spine to the tip of the tailbone. The exhale rolls down the legs, drawing heels to the mat. And again, we're connecting with that ujjayi breath. And with your next inhale, I want you to rise up onto the balls of the feet. Bend your knees low, look forward. And exhale, you can hop or step to the top of the mat. Halfway lift as your inhale, chest comes forward, belly in lengthen. Exhale, we fold over a hollow belly, squeezing belly in and up to lengthen all the way through the spine and pressing feet into the floor. Inhale, rise up to the sky, reach up to Tadasana. Exhale, Samasthiti, hands back to heart center. And again, gazes at the tip of the middle fingers. As we flow, every breath has a drishti point that we anchor on as well. So we're not only using the breath to bring our focus and attention inward to the body and experience, but also drishti, gaze point. So with your next inhale, circle sweep the arms up, and then see the palms of the hands touching. And then exhale, follow the hands to the earth. Come all the way down as you lengthen. Inhale, halfway lift, fingers on the floor or your shins, gaze forward. Plant your hands, exhale all the way to the bottom of a push-up, low plank. Then inhale to upward facing dog. You could also come all the way to the floor if that's comfortable. And exhale, downward facing dog, hips up and back. Inhale, rises to the balls of the feet, bending knees, and exhale, hop steps to the top of the mat. Halfway lift is your inhale, chest forward, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Starting to connect that breath to movement. Inhale, rise all the way up and see the palms of the hands touch. And exhale, follow them back to your heart. So Samasthiti, holding here and anchoring. Feel the feet, spine tall. And do this Sun A 3 more times. Inhale, circle sweep arms up. Moving with your breath. Exhale, fold. Let the exhale bring you to the earth, ending when the breath is empty. Inhale, halfway lift, expanding chest, filling to the top. Exhale, low plank. Hands to the mat, come all the way down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Lift the chest, lift the chin, look up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Drishti to the space between your feet, maybe your knees, maybe your hips. Couple breaths here. Spread the fingers out, chin tucking. Breath is still moving and still your focus. Inhale, rise to the balls of the feet, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, hop, step at the top of the mat. Halfway lift is your inhale. Exhale, fold. Press the feet into the earth. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Find the top of the breath, see your hands meet. Exhale, draw them back to your heart, anchor into that space. Inhale, circle sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold all the way down. Each time letting yourself deepen. Inhale, halfway lift. Chest forward, lengthen, plant the hands. Exhale, slow plank. Come down strong, slow, connected. Inhale, push the floor away, lift the chest, look up. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips to the sky, and 2 breaths here. Inhale and clench your jaw. Remove the tongue from the roof of the mouth. Feel that gentleness that moves back into the jaw. Feel that moving through the body. The chest will open to receive the breath. Inhale's going to rise to the balls of the feet. Let's bend the knees, look forward, and exhale, hop, step at top of the mat. Halfway lift is your inhale, chest forward. Exhale, fold. Come all the way up, reach for the sky. And exhale, return to your heart. One more time like this. Inhale, circle sweep arms up. Ujjayi breathing. Exhale, fold. So I should hear your breath. You should hear your breath. Inhale, halfway lift. And low plank is your exhale. Upward facing dog. Inhale, find the top of it. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Heels coming down to the mat. So what if you didn't have to fidget, even in down dog, what if you just anchored into the pose and then just let the breath be the movement, the expansion, the contraction. Inhale, rise to the balls of the feet, bend your knees. Exhale, hop, step at top of the mat. Halfway lift as you inhale. Exhale, fold. Come all the way up, reach for the sky. Inhale, and exhale, anchor back at the heart. Sounds too deep. Our resting place at home. So moving into our sun B, having on the warriors and chair pose. So we start here again, take a big inhale. As you exhale, bend your knees and come down and bless the earth. So you'll just gently touch the fingertips in the direction of the earth, sit down low. Inhale takes the arms out to the side and up into chair pose. Reach up, look up with an exhale, fold. Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. High to low plank again, we come all the way down, holding at the bottom. Inhale, pushes the floor away, lifting the heart, chin up, gaze up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take your right foot and step it between your hands. Dropping left heel to the floor. You're going to inhale, reach forward and rise into a warrior one. Okay, beautiful. So the toes on the left foot pointing to the upper left corner of your mat, pressing outer edge of left foot into the floor. Squeezing that left quadricep, squeezing left glute, drawing hip forward, right hip back. Take your tailbone down towards the mat. Reach up through the fingertips. Palms of the hands maybe come together to finalize this pose. And then gaze shifts up to the knuckle of your thumb. I want you to take an inhale, stretch up out of your spine. Exhale, hands come to either side of your foot. You'll lift the foot and come through your chaturanga. Pick that foot up, come back to the bottom of that low plank with the exhale. Inhale's upward facing dog, chest forward and up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take your left foot, step it to the top of the mat. Again, dropping the right heel to the floor. Inhale, reach forward and rise to warrior one here. Beautiful. So we stabilize the feet first. Really nice. Bending left knee, getting that knee stacked on top of the ankle. Tailbone tucking, belly in. Perfect. Palms, yeah, you got it. So at the very least, pinkies are sort of rotating in. So we take the shoulder blades onto the back, opening up the chest a little bit. Strong right leg. So squeeze that right quadricep, pressing outer edge of right foot into the floor. And then you take that right glute and rock that hip forward, tailbone down. Stretch up out of your side body, gaze up, take a big inhale, let's stretch up. Exhale, hands either side of the foot, right through your chaturanga. You'll pick the foot up, come all the way down to low plank. Inhale, glides the chest forward, lifts the heart, look up. Exhale's downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Find your center again, reconnect with your breath again. Inhale, let's rise to the balls of the feet. Bend your knees low and exhale, hop, step at top of the mat. Halfway lift is your inhale, chest forward. Exhale, fold. Come all the way up, reach for the sky, inhale. The exhale comes back to your heart, back to our center, back to our home. So just taking that flow now, moving one breath at a time. Same exact flow. So take a big inhale here, nice and slow. Exhale, we come down, bless the earth, bend the knees deep. Inhale, just the arms out and up. Chair pose. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift is your inhale. And chaturanga is your exhale, right to low plank. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Stepping right foot forward at the bottom of that exhale. So inhale brings you forward and up. Warrior one. Exhale, chaturanga. So the breaths are going to get a little more challenging here. Inhale, upward facing dog, but trying to let the breath be your guide. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step left foot forward. So we're stepping it forward at the end of that breath. Inhale, we rise. Exhale is chaturanga, coming all the way down. Try and time it with your breath. Upward facing dog is your inhale. Push the floor away. Exhale, downward facing dog. Connect with your breath here. This is where we catch back up. So you're going to start to notice where some of the breaths become more difficult. Upward facing dog. Might be a little more difficult, and you'll be thirsty for the breath. Yeah, you'll walk your hands forward a little bit more, feet back a lot. You can take your socks off, it might help. Inhale, rising to the balls of the feet, bending your knees low. Exhale, hop steps at top of the mat. Halfway lift as you inhale. Exhale, fold. Come all the way up, reach for the sky. Inhale, lengthen up, stretch. Exhale, hands to your heart, holding the length in the spine, nice and tall. Right. Noticing your heartbeat here, noticing your breath here, starting to slow everything down. Also noticing the mind can dictate to the body, like everything's okay. Slow down. Take a big inhale here, gentle. Exhale, let's come down, bless the earth, bend the knees, sit low. Inhale to chair pose, arms out and up, look up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift as your inhale, and low plank as your exhale. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. At the bottom of this breath, right foot steps forward. Inhales your warrior one. Exhale, hands to the mat, pick the foot up, low plank. Really nicely done. You guys, inhales up dog. Exhales down dog. Left foot steps forward. Inhales your warrior one. And exhales your chaturanga. Hands come to the mat. Flow with your breath. You're tuning me out. You're tuning the room out. Inhale just pushes the floor where you're just feeling your breath. Exhale pulls you back. Downward facing dog. And this is where you tune in. Slow down. Slow down. Shoulders down. Chest open. This is a restoration pose. We want those hands forward if you can. Hips up, beautiful. You can always bend your knees if you need. Yeah, but hips up and look back at your feet. Inhale, rise to the balls of the feet. Bend your knees low. Exhale, hop, step at top of the mat. Halfway lift as your inhale. Exhale, we fold. All the way up, reach for the sky. Inhale. And reset, Samasthiti, hands back to heart center. Gaze at the tips of your middle fingers. Take a big inhale here. Again, challenging yourself to move with your breath. Exhale, come down, bless the earth until you're empty. Inhale, arms out and up, flow with your breath. Exhale, we fold. Halfway lift is your inhale, find the top of the breath, expand. Exhale, chaturanga. Come down until you're empty. Then inhale, pushes the floor away, upward facing dog. Exhale is downward facing dog, right foot steps forward. Inhale, forward and up. Warrior one, exhale, chaturanga dandasana, high low plank. Upward facing dog is your inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale, left foot steps forward. Inhale's your warrior one, again, reach forward, come up. Exhale, chaturanga. And again, moving with your breath, let your exhale guide you. Then inhale, pushes the floor, weight chest up. Downward facing dog, exhale. Inhale, rises balls of the feet, bending knees, look forward. Hop, step it with your exhale. Halfway lift is your inhale. Exhale, fold. Come all the way up, reach for the sky, inhale. Hands back to your heart, exhale. We got one more set, just warming up here. Picking up that heart rate, getting the energy flowing. Let's take a big inhale together. Exhale, bless the earth. Bend the knees, sit low. Inhale, we salute the sun, chair pose, rise up. Exhale, you fold. Halfway lift is your inhale. Chaturanga is your exhale. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale, right foot steps forward. Inhale's your warrior one, rise up, look up. Exhale comes down through chaturanga. Slow the breath down, control the breath, no urgency. Inhale, push the floor away, lift the chest. Exhale, down dog, stepping left foot forward. Inhale, come up smooth. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog is your inhale. And downward facing dog is your exhale. Inhale, rises balls to the feet, bending knees. Exhale, hop steps at top of the mat. Halfway lift is your inhale. Exhale, we fold. Come all the way up, reach for the sky. Inhale. And back to that resting pose. Hearts, hands at heart center. Step your feet apart to hip width distance. Pressing the feet into the mat. You're going to inhale your arms above your head. And as you exhale, take your hands and place them on your hips. I want you to inhale, lift your chest. As you exhale, you're going to push into your hip crease, drawing your chest forward, come all the way down. You're gonna take your peace fingers and hook them around your big toes and press your big toes into the mat like you're creating a little anchor pressing down. You're pulling against the big toes, pressing down. I want you to inhale, lift your chest halfway, and then exhale, pull. Pull your head towards your feet. Elbows will come out to the sides, lengthening. Again, inhale, you'll lift. Exhale, you'll pull. Draw the head down, hips up. 2 more times like this. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more, big breath in. Exhale, pull. Inhale. Release your toes and rise all the way up. Again, reach for the sky. Again, we're going to reset at heart center. So see how breath becomes a priority in this practice. It's the movement of energy. Inhale, circle sweep those arms up again. And this time we're going to come back to the earth all the way down, keeping those feet right where they are. Only I want you to pick your feet up and slide your hands underneath them, palms facing up. Padangusthasana. So the whole hand comes underneath, and yeah, you can start to rock the weight around into the balls of the feet, even wiggling your toes. Let the head be heavy again, and maybe the inhale lifts the chest. And the exhale pulls the body down. Same thing. You'll feel how the weight shifts. As you inhale, maybe the weight rocks a little bit into the balls of the feet. As you exhale, maybe you push the heels down as you pull the head towards the feet. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more time. Breathe in. And exhale, pull. Release your hands from your feet. And we're going to rise back up to standing. Inhale. And back to that whole pose with your exhale. I want you at the top of your mat. And when I say that, I mean towards me. Yeah. So hands here. I'm going to take an inhale. And I'm going to have you step so that you're facing the street. So left foot's just going to take a giant step out, just like this. Arms will come out. So right toes are pointed towards me, and left toes towards the street. Chikkanasana, arms are out. We'll take a big inhale here. Bump your right hip to the back of the room and reach to the front of the room. And then bring right hand down towards the mat. Ideally, peace fingers again are going to hook around your big toe, and you're going to press that big toe into the floor. Left arm is reaching up towards the ceiling. Chin is on left shoulder, looking up at the left thumb. Yes, you could always use a block here. Perfect, just like this. And if anybody needs a block, just let me know. If the hand is resting on your shin, it's light, no weight. And we're taking 5 breaths here, so I want 2 more. Big inhale, exhale. You want to feel the crown of the head stretching away from the tailbone. Feeling a little more space between that right hip crease and the right armpit. So you're lengthening through the body, rolling rib cage back, integrating core. And with your next inhale breath, let left arm pull you up to standing. You're going to turn right toes towards the street, left toes towards the back of the room. Same idea. We're going to inhale, reach forward, bump your hip to the front of the room, and exhale, come down, left hand down, maybe grabbing for that big toe. Right arm up. All the while, you're finding your tailbone and you're trying to stretch it to the front of the room. Finding the crown of the head, stretch it to the back. Squeeze your left quadriceps, so legs are strong. You're feeling a strong foundation, inner thighs engaging. Lifting left quadricep up, squeezing belly in, and then you start to roll the rib cage back, integrating that core strength. Right arm straight up towards the ceiling. And maybe chin coming to that up shoulder. We got 2 more breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more time, inhale. And 1 more time, exhale. Let that inhale lift you back up to that starting point again. Right foot's going to turn out, left foot's going to turn in. And this time we're just going to rotate. The right arm will come back, left arm will come down. Right hip moves with the right arm, and we're going to revolve it. Yes. Perfect. Yeah, left hand can come to that chin. It can also come to a block. So same idea here. And same idea where we want both hips square to the earth and tailbone moving to the back of the room. So oftentimes we need to keep feeling left hip coming down and forward, right hip lifting up and back. So reaching, right arm is up towards the sky, breathing here. So left hand can come to a block. Yep. And 2 more breaths. Inhale, exhale, One more time, inhale. Exhale, and then left arm's gonna come forward and lift you all the way back up with a reset facing the street. Right toes will turn towards the street, left toes towards the back. Same thing, I'll take an inhale, lifting right arm up, and exhale, this right arm comes all the way down, left arm floats to the sky. Just a nice rotation into revolved Trikonasana. Trying to get that left leg locked. Yes, you got it. 2 in the block count. And left arm is up and you're breathing, both legs locked. Try and squeeze the legs straight. 2 more breaths, inhale. Exhale. One more time, inhale. And exhale. And then let's come all the way back up to center. That inhale breath. And then you're just gonna step again to the top of the mat. So right foot will turn out and just step hands together, top of the mat. Finding our starting pose once again. Taking a deep breath, reconnecting with self, noticing how you're feeling, the experience. And we're gonna take that big giant step one more time. So right foot stays pointing forward, just the left foot steps out. So yeah, arms will come out. So it could happen in one big step. We're gonna bend your right knee. Nicely done. Take an inhale breath here. And with your exhale, the right hand's gonna come down to the outside of this right leg. Left arm straight up. So your hand could come to a block again. It could come to the floor, maybe on the tips of the fingers. Maybe your right hand comes all the way down, anchoring at the earth. And then left arm's gonna come and extend up over your head, palm facing down. Utthita Parsvakonasana, extended side angle. So right hand again can be as grounded as you can get it. Again, sometimes you lift the earth to meet the hand through a block or a prop of some sort, so you can always use that. Left arm should be reaching up over your head, palm facing the floor, and you're connecting with your breath 2 more times. Inhale, exhale. One more time, inhale, exhale. Let's inhale, come back up. Exhale, straighten your right leg. So usually I'll grab my block if I need. Right toes turn in, left toes turn out. Maybe you switch the block to the other hand. Take an inhale. Exhale's gonna bend your left knee. Inhale here. Exhale, left hand to the outside. Yes. And right arm up. Start to reach that right arm up over your head. And it's 4 more breaths. Inhale, exhale. So we want left hand grounded on something, Kent. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. So you're letting your breath guide you. Strong right leg. One more time, breathe. Exhale. Let this right arm pull you back up to standing. And come back to center, hands to heart center, just like this. And rotate the right toes out, bend your right knee. Take an inhale breath here. As you exhale, you're gonna turn towards the front. Keep twisting, the left hand's gonna come to the outside of, left elbow to the outside of that knee. Yes, so again, left heel stays grounded, so like warrior one legs, just a deep, deep twist. Here you can also open up the arms. So maybe left hand starts to come down towards the mat or towards a block, and again, that's optional. Right arm stays reaching up. 3 more breaths here. Inhale, exhale. See if you can get that left heel grounded. Inhale, exhale, that's it. Yeah, inhale, exhale. And then hands back together with your exhale. We'll inhale the chest forward, rise all the way back up to center, straightening right leg, right toes turn out, or towards the street, left toes towards the back. Bend your left knee. Sink down nice and deep. So inhale here as you lean towards the back wall. So keeping this heel grounded, and exhale, you'll twist right elbow to the outside of that knee. Yes. Working on finding your feeling of foundation beneath us, staying connected. Now I'm just going to open, breathe here. 3 more breaths, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And last one, big inhale. And exhale. Bring hands back together, and let's come all the way back to center. And again, you're just gonna rotate right toes towards the front, and we're gonna take one big step, left foot to right foot, top of the mat. Hold it here. Connecting once again at center, feeling the feet on the floor, crown of the head stretching up. One more breath. So this one can be kind of fun if you would like. You just hop it facing the street, so you're gonna just hop, jump up, and literally land both feet like this. It's kind of dynamic movement a little bit. Arms are out to the sides. Just take a big inhale, puffing up the chest. And exhale, we'll fold, come all the way down. Hands are actually just going to come to the floor between your legs. You'll inhale again, lift the chest up, squeezing belly in. Exhale, you start to pull the head down towards the mat. And you can walk your hands between your legs. And again, we're here for 4 more breaths. So with each of these poses, it's a total of 5 breaths in the pose. And the breath, again, is your guide, your guru. So you're just focusing on your breath. Inhaling and exhaling and noticing how the breath creates this opportunity to move deeper into the body. The inhale expands, and the exhale deepens. Just one more inhale. Exhale. One more time, inhale. And one more time, exhale. And then take your hands to your hip creases. Pressing in on your hip crease, I want you to inhale, halfway lift, just lifting the chest, draw the chest forward. And keep the hands pushing in on the hip crease, and the legs begin to activate. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, you'll press into hip crease and come back down. Feel the spine lengthening. We're here, head dropping towards the earth. Again, breathe 4 more times. Inhale, exhale. Weight shifting a little more into the balls of the feet. You're focusing again on the sound of your breath. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. So notice on the inhale, the weight kind of shifting into balls of the feet. Exhale, I dig the heels in, lifting quadriceps and hips. Their next inhale, press into the hip creases again and draw the chest forward. We're going to rise all the way to stand this time. And we'll all the way up. When you rise up, you're going to take your hands out to the side. Inhale. With an exhale breath, I want you to interlace your hands behind your back. Inhale is going to lift your chest, opening the heart. Exhale, let's fold again. Head coming down, a nice shoulder blade, squeezing the shoulder blades towards one another. Inhale. Exhale. Start to quiet the mind down. Anchor the mind into the breath. So all of that other stuff can just dissolve into the breath. It's just the inhale and the exhale, and observing right now how the breath is impacting this pose, this shape, your body. Maybe with one more exhale, maybe the hands come a little bit closer towards the street, or even begin to journey towards the earth. I want you to feel the sense of squeezing your shoulder blades together so chest sort of puffs out, and then draw your heart forward, and let's rise all the way up again. One last time, arms are going to come out to the side. We'll take a big inhale. With the exhale, we're going to float all the way back down. This time again, we're going to anchor it, grabbing peace fingers around those big toes. Inhale. Exhale, pull on your big toes, elbows out to the side, drawing head towards the mat, hips to the sky. Inhale, very active poses. Exhale, legs are locking, quadriceps are engaging. Inhale. Exhale, pull. Keep breathing. Do one more big breath here. Inhale. Exhale, pull and pull. And again, arms out to the side, chest forward, and let's rise all the way up to stand, just like we began. And we're going to just rotate the right toe, or you could just do a hop to the top of the mat, hands together. So same thing that we did, just kind of hop going back to Samastitihi and holding here and breathe. A couple standing balancing poses. So feet are pressing into the floor, spine is tall. I want you to start to anchor into left foot and lift your right thigh up. So you could stay just like this, and right hand will grab your right knee. You could take your peace fingers and hook them around your big toe. So the same kind of bind that we've been taking, where the peace fingers go and hook around that big toe, and the left arm can reach straight up towards the ceiling. So if you have the toe, you're going to kick that leg straight forward. If you have the toe, you're going to try and bring your head towards that leg, holding here for just a breath. Inhale, exhale, head comes towards the leg, and leg comes towards the head. And then we inhale, reset the spine, sitting up tall. Exhale, you rotate the leg out to the side. The arm comes out to counterbalance. If you're holding your knee, you're just rotating out like this. Palm facing up. It's like you're holding a pearl in your hands. You're really this aware of not wanting to tilt the hand, but keeping that stability. And maybe even you take a look over to see the pearl. Breath here. There, next inhale, I want you to draw your knee back to center. You're going to hug it in with both hands and see if you can walk down and grab your foot with both hands. Take that inhale breath, and to the best of your ability, kick the leg out towards me. So it doesn't have to go all the way straight. You're just going to the best of your ability. We're holding 5 breaths. Inhale. Again, leg is going to come towards head. Head is going to come towards leg, and you're kicking both legs straight, and you're focusing on your breath. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, moving deeper. Inhale. Exhale, moving deeper. One more time. Inhale. One more time, exhale. I want you to bend that knee back into your chest. Inhale. Exhale, set the leg down. Stand tall. Press that right foot into the floor. Starting on left side, pick up that left leg. Same thing, you can either grab the knee or grab the peace fingers around that big toe. If you have the toe, you're kicking the leg straight forward. So just the peace finger, just one hand. Yeah, exactly. Hold it here. If you're kicking straight forward, there will be one breath where there's an inhale, but the exhale, head comes towards. Then we inhale, reset the spine, and exhale, we rotate the leg out and the arm out to the side. Palm facing up. Be with your breath. Baby gaze moves over to right hand. Be with your breath. More time. Bring it back to center. Hug the knee into the chest. See if you can walk your hands down and grab that foot. Now take an inhale, lift it. Exhale, kick that leg straight forward. Again, 4 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, forehead comes towards shin. And at the same time, shin is lifting towards forehead. Like we're trying to lift that leg up. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. We'll bend that knee and set the foot down and stand tall. All the way up, shoulders down the back, chest lifting. All right, so shifting weight to the left foot, sorry. Pick up your right leg. Arms are gonna come up just like this. And take an inhale breath, pressing into that left foot. Exhale, kicks this right leg straight out. We're holding 5 breaths. Inhale, exhale. Letting your breath be your guide. Your eyes are on one spot, pinkies towards one another. Inhale, exhale. Keep trying to lift the leg higher, don't let it fall. Inhale. Exhale. Once you've taken your 5th exhale, you'll bend that knee, set the foot down, hands will come down. Pressing right foot into the floor, inhale, lifts the left leg, arms come up. Exhale, kick that leg straight out, 5 breaths here. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and 3 more breaths. Once you've done your 5th breath, you'll bend the knee and set that foot down, and arms will come down to your sides. We'll take a breath. So, take a variation of a tree pose with a forward fold. So it'll look like this. You're just going to press left foot into the floor, pick up your right leg, grabbing just like this, one hand underneath the foot, one hand underneath the shin, hoist it high as you can up onto your belly. It's okay if it doesn't look quite the same. And then you'll rotate the knee down and forward. And you might just stay like this with left hand holding and right hand to heart. You might take right hand around and see if you can grab that big toe. And then you'll inhale left arm up towards the sky, flexing this heel into your belly. And you'll exhale, start to fold. You come down really slow with control, letting left hand come to the floor. And again, you could just have both hands at heart center and maybe just stay upright. Maybe you play with that fold, just hands coming down in the direction of the floor or a block. And inhale. Exhale, send some energy into the right heel, like you're flexing that heel into your belly. Inhale. Exhale, use your breath to deepen. Inhale. Exhale. And one more time, breathe. So you're going to try and bring the arms forward and rise to standing. So left arm comes forward. Not, if you have the bind, you'll stay bound, but yeah, it's okay. And release that foot down, both feet to the floor. Yeah, it's challenging to come out of. Shifting the weight to right foot, hands to your side, just let it go. Start to shift the weight over to right foot and pick up your left. Get it as high as you can. Holding in a place, rotate that knee down. And left hand can come to your heart. So standing tall, pressing right foot into the floor to lift. And again, if you did bind, that left arm comes around, tries to grab, and sometimes you can't get it until you start to fold. So right arm reaches, inhale, exhale. As I come down, I'm flexing left heel right into the belly. And it takes a lot of focus. The breath, you guys come all the way down and hold. And be here, breathe, inhale. Exhale. If you're staying standing, you want to try and lift left hip. Not letting left hip collapse. So awareness of your spine, you've got it. And left knee coming down towards the earth. So pointing the knee down and in. Creating like a tourniquet. What we're doing is binding the body. We're stopping blood flow, encouraging the blood flow when we release. Arms going to come forward. And we're going to rise all the way. That's okay. It's not an easy exit. Coming all the way to standing. And breathing. With toes and heels touching, let's inhale the arms up towards the sky. With an exhale, you're just going to lower down, coming into a chair pose. Lightning bolts, thunderbolt. Pinkies towards one another, gaze up. We're holding again, 5 breaths. Inhale, reaching up. I like to imagine I'm reaching up and grabbing for a bar, and on the exhale, it's like I'm dangling off the bar, so I can feel the length coming into my